My husband staged a car accident and faked amnesia, all to get his young girlfriend the vice president's seat, but he didn't know. That massive project had a final deadline in 7 days. If it wasn't delivered on time or if something went wrong, the company would face astronomical penalties. Before, for the sake of the company's stability and his future, I would have swallowed my pride. But now, I was completely drained. I didn't want to stay, and I certainly didn't want anything more to do with him. Nolan instinctively reached for my hand, then jerked it back, remembering the part he was supposed to be playing. I glanced at my phone, rejected his money transfer, and deleted the contact saved as husband. I looked at him calmly. Nolan, I want a divorce. Nolan was clearly stunned. He blurted out, a divorce? Why? The second the words left his mouth, he realized his mistake and quickly corrected himself. A divorce? Don't be ridiculous. My wife is Paige. How could I possibly be married to you? I was tired of his pathetic act, so I decided to play along. I tricked you into marrying me. We can just go get it finalized now. Paige's face lit up. It's about time, she urged. Let's go now. But Nolan frowned, hesitating. Ignoring the obvious holes in my story, he said vaguely, this is all too strange. We can deal with it later. I was confused. Wasn't he completely devoted to Paige? I was offering him a way out, so why was he suddenly so reluctant? The old me would have demanded an explanation, maybe even foolishly asked if he'd ever loved me. But now I was too tired to try and figure him out. I just wanted the marriage to be over. I deliberately raised an eyebrow to provoke him. You don't want the divorce? What's the matter? Still have feelings for me? Paige immediately tugged on his sleeve, her face a mask of distress. Honey, I'm the one you love. How can you be married to someone else? Cornered by the two of them, Nolan finally agreed through gritted teeth. When the three of us arrived at the city clerk's office, Nolan suddenly shook his head, pretending the familiar setting was jogging his memory. He took my hand. I think I've been here before. I waited in a long line with you here to get our marriage license. He knew that was the happiest day of my life. He thought bringing it up would make me sentimental and change my mind. It was a trick that had always worked on me before, but I had already heard what he really thought of our marriage. I'd overheard him telling Paige, what's so romantic about it? It was just fulfilling a promise. I can't stand the thought of spending my life with someone I don't love. The marriage was just a convenience. She's capable and could help me, that's all. She was just a suitable partner. I thought we had come together out of love. It turned out that from the very beginning, it was all just his calculation and convenience. No wonder that after the company got on its feet, he kept a tight grip on all the finances and was always so guarded with me. Nolan held my hand, asking if I remembered. My heart was already ashes. I shook my head. I don't remember. You must have hit your head harder than you thought. You're confusing things. The smile froze on Nolan's face. Seeing that I wouldn't budge, his anger flared. He dropped the act, grabbing Paige's hand and lacing their fingers together. You're right, that was all fake. Paige is my wife, and as soon as this divorce is final, I'm marrying her. He shot me a cold glare, and then wrapped his arm around Paige, leading her into the building. They looked like a happy couple on their wedding day, not two people accompanying a third to a divorce. I followed behind, expressionless. The entire process went surprisingly smoothly. My calm demeanor seemed to infuriate Nolan, who snapped at me with cold remarks as we rushed through the paperwork. The moment I held the divorce decree, I let out a long breath. A weight I'd been carrying for years finally lifted. I hailed a cab to go home. Paige leaned in, saw the address I gave the driver, and her face instantly darkened. You're divorced now. That's not your home anymore. Go pack your stuff and get out. Nolan chimed in from the side, his tone mocking. That's right, kick the stranger out. My wife is moving in. He was kicking me out to make room for Paige. I just nodded numbly. Fine, I'll move out. I booked a hotel from the car, then returned to my former home and started packing. Everything was spiraling out of Nolan's control. For once, his tone softened. He picked up our wedding photo, feigning confusion. Elena, when was this picture taken? Without looking up, I kept stuffing clothes into my suitcase. It's fake. I photoshopped it. That was the last straw. Nolan snatched my suitcase and threw all the clothes out the door, roaring, "Get out!"